This is a sales conversion and user onboarding review for Linksphere. Got this website, was asked to do it by one of the members of the Philly Startup Leaders mailing list. So just going to take a quick look at it. Not going to go too in depth. Site's very straightforward, simple. Just some small things. So starting at the top of the page, our blog. This is probably just mostly for SEO purposes, and we're going to try and get people to our blog via SEO, organic search results, or maybe even via paid AdWords. So this is something that could be stuck in the footer because people are going to generally coming from our blog to this page. So that's not driving a user sign up. It's actually taking someone away from our conversion process. So axe the our blog aspect. Login sign up, that's perfect. That's what you want to have there. Contact us, just change this to contact us instead of contact. Features, so the flow of the page itself is good. So this is what we want to see. When we really want to have our main page title first, subheading here second, and the conversion button, try it for free, third. I would have two buttons here, try it for free or learn more. Learn more would simply, or features would be my other button here. I would have try it for free on the right, learn more slash or features on the left. Because with just this information, I don't think we're ready to make a try it, purchase decision yet. So this being the only option, especially since that's all that's visible on the page and above the full content. Obviously, people should know to scroll down, but that might not be perfectly understandable to a person just coming to the website for the first time, and you might get some people bailing if there's only this option here. So I would have a features button here next to the try it for free. Page order, you're presenting the pricing information before the person has decided whether they're interested in the product or not. So features should be next. So from the top, I would have this section here. This section is actually the strongest aspect of the website. It has a great phrase here, your networking Swiss Army knife. That's probably the best text on the page. In this features description are all perfect. They're exactly what you want to say. So this is the strongest text aspect of the website, in my opinion. It should be the second part of the page here. This I think you could refine a little bit better. When I came to the page, I read it, and I read the heading, and I read the subheading, and it really didn't convey what service you're offering. So maybe if you could be a little bit more direct with the wording here rather than kind of catchphrasey, it might be we just want to convey to the user, especially using this kind of format of a heading, subheading, button, directly what the service you're offering is. And then we'll be able to get to features. Features will get them down here, and this is where your features will be. So I would have our heading here. Second would be the Swiss Army knife of networking. This, while I mean it's an awesome aspect to your website, doesn't really, it isn't really a like the mobile aspect doesn't really get me to want to buy it, because I expect most sites to have mobile websites now. But what really looks cool, which you can't tell from the design of the external site, is, man, this dashboard looks really attractive. So if we could get maybe an image carousel down here that rotates through 3 or 4 images of the internal application with descriptions next to it, that'd be pretty cool. I would have it lower down on the page, maybe section 4 or 5. Definitely after this, definitely after the pricing, and then have it maybe before the pricing. So the pricing is something that we want to have a little bit further down the page. This section, not a fan of it at all. Really doesn't do anything for me. Stay organized, stay in touch. That's not. Those are going to be the things that I'm going to decide whether this app does for me or not. So this entire section could be axed, in my opinion. So again, rewording this, make it a little bit more clear, adding a little bit more call to action so they have a choice of either try for free or learning more about it, going to the Swiss Army knife of features, doing a carousel of images with descriptions of the really nice looking dashboard, then going to our pricing, and then a contact us form. But also down here, we could keep this as well. We want to have conversion buttons down here too. So you get the user all the way down the page, but let's say they decide that they're ready to convert here, there should be a call to action conversion button here. So I would add 1 or 2 more conversion buttons. Get a little bit more conversion funnel oriented. Your social network icons at the bottom are broken. Not really a major issue, I guess. If you're not going to use them, then you should axe them. The login page is fine because you've already converted the user. The problem is this sign up page. It's not too attractive. We're being asked for the time zone. I'm not sure if we need this. If we could get rid of it, it would be great. Simplifying this conversion form as much as possible would be ideal. Unless there's a reason to have a separate username, using the email address is probably preferred. So if we could get rid of this, just use first name, last name, I would redesign this entire page, keeping it looks like pretty much a developer design page. That's your main conversion page. So that's something that you want to have really as attractively designed as you possibly can. So in my opinion, it had some extra information that you didn't need, and it could be designed a little bit more cleanly. So I would axe this field, axe this whole section. These little mouse over things are fine, I guess. Get rid of this since we're already doing the mouse overs. Password strength. I wouldn't really be too crazy with enforcing a password because we're just dealing with contact information. It's not really e-commerce. Simplify as much as possible, and kind of revisit the design of this page. The only other thing I would look at in the website is I understand that the app itself is pretty complex and relies on JavaScript and maybe a ton of CSS themes, but really there should be no need for 39 separate JavaScript files, especially on the sales page. So if you have to, I'd break it out into 2 sections. No matter what, I would combine the JavaScripts into single files, one for the external website where we're trying to convert the user, and then one for the internal application, which might have a lot more JavaScript files. I know they're minimized and everything. So we see it's a Drupal website. So that kind of explains some aspects of it. But if we could combine as many of these JavaScript files, remove the ones that aren't needed for the external website, have them in its own file, and then have the internal website in its own file, we'll get a little boost on page speed. Again, CSS, same thing as well. But other than that, I mean, the website's good. I didn't get enough information on this page alone to make a purchase decision. So if we could kind of beef that up a little bit, I think it might be a help. Another good thing to have would probably be a help and support section, especially if you have a lot of content written for it. That could be great for SEO, and it could also help the user make a purchase decision. So that might be something that you want to have, possibly up in the header or in the footer. Other than that, good site. Just reorganize a little bit. Definitely work on some of the text and improve the actual conversion form itself. And I think you should get a couple percent, 5, 10%, maybe 15 or 20 with those changes. That's about it. Good luck.